Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Crafts. I'm Linda Cullen from Crafty Stamping. Thank you for joining me today. I've had rainbows on my mind, I think, the past couple weeks. I think I'm just looking forward to like some warm weather and sun and colorful flowers. I don't know about you. I'm really kind of done with this drab winter thing. So I did the butterflies last week, and then I saw something somewhere and I thought, oh, I'm going to do rainbow again. So this is basically a very simple card that we're going to do today. It really just uses paper. There's absolutely no stamping on this at all. And it's just using the Designer Series paper pack. And it's lining them all up in order of the rainbow that meets your eye and going with it. And I just love the simplicity of it. Though I will tell you, I have been sitting here thinking, well, I could add this, and what if I put a label over here? What if I put a little note on the bottom, so, you know, thank you for being you or something. So there's always more you can add, but sometimes you just want the simplest of cards. So this is what we're going to do today. I am going to change it up. So when I had done the butterflies, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go back, I think 2 weeks, and check out the brayering of the butterfly. And that I did in the brights colors, real traditional rainbow. This particular card, I'm doing more of the subtles pack, and these are all in the subtles palette. And I decided I wanted to change it up. So we're going to do something that could actually even be a little bit more masculine. So the card we're going to make looks pretty much exactly the same, but we're going to switch up the color packs to be more in the regals. So it's more of a rich color, and it's just kind of rainbows can kind of be in any sort of color. So I thought that would be a little fun, and we'll see what else we can change along the way. So let's kind of go through for today. So as a thank you for joining me and for sharing my video, I like to do some Prize Patrol giveaways. So if you are watching this video today live, and it's only live on Facebook, if you leave a comment in the original video, so if someone has shared it, you do need to click through Crafty Stampin' and leave the comment on the original video. I can't get to the comments on a shared video. So you leave a comment on the original video, and you can just say hi. The comment itself doesn't really matter at this point. At the end of this broadcast, I will do a giveaway for the Regals enamel shaped dots. I love these. I'm so sad there aren't currently in the catalog, because I would be putting these on this card. I was just kind of digging through my stacks, and I have nothing that is a Regal to put on this card. So I'm going to give that away at the end of this broadcast. If you are not lucky enough to win that, or you are watching this later, either on Facebook or YouTube, as there will be a broadcast on YouTube afterwards, I will be giving away the Springtime Stroll stamp set. That is a Hostess set, which makes it kind of hard to get. There's only a couple ways you can get that, either putting in a $150 order, being part of my stamp club, or winning it here. So that we're going to do next Thursday. And all you have to do is, like I said, you leave a comment either here or on YouTube, and you will get an entry to win that stamp set. If you share this video on any social media platform, and that can be YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, anything else you can come up with, and then come back on the original video and leave a comment shared with a D, I will put you in for a second entry. So, okay, I see the little angry faces go by on that. Why? Why little angry face? I'm curious. I know. I get it. It's what it is. What was mad about that? Anyways, just have to say that. So let's do the giveaway from last time. All right. So giveaway. Hold on. I'll find it. Nope. Yep. There we go. All right. Okay. So we are giving away the beautiful peacock stamp set. That is a prior, is it a prior? Maybe a prior celebration. I think so. Let me find so everyone's name that left a comment on, and unfortunately that's on that video, and then on the YouTube, and then on the replay YouTube, because the day we did the live was the day after Facebook and Instagram had their big outage. And I guess there were still some gremlins in the system. So it just wouldn't replay. And I'm so sorry. I think some people could get it to replay. I saw a lot of comments people couldn't, and then I couldn't. So I put the YouTube link on Facebook. So I included those names for people who commented there too. So I'm sorry about that. You just got to play with Facebook. So here are all the names from those 3 locations, and I just want to zip through it so people can kind of see their name and see if it's doubled. I just like that little sanity check that people see the names are really there when they leave their name for a comment. So I'm going to hit randomize, and the name that goes to the top will be our winner. Bum, bum, bum. And that is Karen. I am not even going to try Karen because I will butcher your name, and I'm so sorry. I know Karen watches a lot. If I haven't seen her name go by yet. Karen, head over to craftystampin.com. Oh, geez. Hold on. Somewhere I got on the wrong site. So you're going to go to craftystampin.com. Go to specials. Giveaways. And my site's slow. And click the claim your prize button. Fill out the form and I will get that out to you. You have 2 weeks to claim your prize. And it takes me a couple days usually to get my act together and getting that out. But that will be off to you. So again, for people who are just popping on, here is the card or a variation of this that we're going to make. It's using the Designer Series paper packs to create a rainbow. And this week's show giveaways are as followed. Oh yeah, thank you, Fran, for tagging Karen. I know if she's not watching live, she usually watches late. I know she's usually on here. So thank you for doing that. So these are the giveaways for this week. So let's get, well, you can't even say stamping because there is no stamping on this card. So let's just get creating. Here we go. All right, so as usual, I will have a blog post recap of this episode, usually about an hour afterwards. It just depends on what happens afterwards. And in that will be a downloadable PDF. It'll have all the cut sizes, a photo, and all the products you need to replicate this card. So the PDF is referencing how to make the Settles card, the one that I have here. We are going to do, it's based on more of the Regals. So we just got to swap that out. It's really, everything else is going to be pretty similar. So this, just so we go through it, this colors on this one are all subtle. So I had Calypso Coral, Petal Pink, Blushing Bride, So Saffron, oh god, Soft Sea Foam, Pear Pizzazz, Mint Macaron, Pool Party, Balmy Blue, and Highland Heather. So this is 100% from the Subtles pack. So the one we're going to do today, I kind of mixed it up a little bit. It's mostly from the Regals, but then I did add 2 from the neutrals. So this is Mary Mallow, Real Red, Cajun Craze, Pumpkin Pie, Crushed Curry, Old Olive, Garden Green. Am I right? Garden Green? Hold on. I got to cheat. Shaded Spruce. Was that Shaded Spruce? That's Shaded Spruce. Shaded Spruce, Night of Navy, Rich Razzleberry, and Blackberry Bliss. So this is our color palette. You need 10 different colors for this. Now, you could, and 10 makes it easy because we're going to do it over a 5-inch strip. So you're just going to do 1/2-inch strips of each one. If you wanted to do less, you could pull out like every other one here, go with a 1-inch strip. And it's just do easy math that way to figure this out. So this is our color palette. So I'm going to move this aside. I've already cut all the little pieces. So here is what I like to do when I do this is I tape them all onto one piece of cardstock. And you can see I've already cut all of them into 1/2-inch strips. So to get them on here, I am just going to add several horizontal lines of snail. Add a little on the ends to make sure the one on the end doesn't get gypped. And I am just going to start adding them to the paper. Let me pull you in a smidge. Someone says they're impressed with my being able to remember the names. You can see I didn't remember them all perfectly. There's always times where the brain just like goes a different place. So I have cut, these are the full 6-inch length. What I do like to do is put these on, let them hang over the side, and then trim till they're perfect. It makes it a lot easier. So this is the first one. I just gotta line it up. Make sure that's perfect. All right, so we're just gonna line them up, and then I'm gonna grab the next one. So that was the Mary Merlot, and I'm really just gonna kind of butt one up against the next and apply. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I see everyone saying good morning and welcome. So good morning. So then we have pumpkin pie. So there's Cajun Craze, pumpkin pie. So Mary Merlot, real red, Cajun Craze, pumpkin pie, crushed curry. This is Old Olive. So I'm kind of butting them up against each other before pushing down. This is Shaded Spruce. All right, guess you're going that way. There we go, Shaded Spruce. Night of Navy. Then Rich Razzleberry. And, oh, I got some left over, that's fine. This is see, I just said it goes out. Blackberry Bliss. There it is. All right. So did I not really cut 1/2 inches? I'm sorry. Nope. All right. We'll adjust. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn over and I'm going to trim these all to size. And then we'll go over here. All right, so then I'm going to trim this. I thought I did 1/2 inch. Worked so good the first time. I don't know where I screwed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh well. Screwed up somewhere. That's okay. Screw-ups are just places for additional embellishments. Right, ladies? There we go. All right. I'm going to have to trim my black too. So what I want to do is I'm going to, yep, I'm going to have to trim that. I like, I was talking to one of my customers the other day. Did you guys ever watch the show Trading Spaces? And I haven't watched it recently, but when it was on probably 10, 12 years ago, one of the designers came on, and I've always loved decorating, interior decorating, what have you. One of the designers that came on one time, he wasn't one of the more popular ones. He said he always incorporated black in a room because it grounded the space. And I kind of always take that to heart when I'm making something. Do I have a black in it? Do I have a Night of Navy or a early espresso? Something dark to ground it. So what I did with this card was to make sure that my greeting, the die cut is in black, but they wanted a black matte to this to add that grounding to the card. All right, so this ended up being 4, and so I want to go to, I'm visually adjusting here. Let's see. Did I do that? That looks good. All right. So this is 1/8 of an inch larger than my panel, just to give it that small black matte, more or less. All right, and then I'm going to trim off some of the fuzzies from my trimmer. I need to put a new blade in there. I get lazy when it comes to putting new blades in my trimmer. All right, so there is our background rainbow paper. Okay, so, all right, so I have my card base is thick Whisper White. So we're going to, I've already scored it. And there's my bone folder. And I'm going to put this on. I'm going to put it on with dimensionals. This is definitely a card you want to add the shadow detail. Oops, come on. That the dimensionals provide. Yeah, my God. All right, so we're going to put this right in the middle. All right, so there is our base. So the next thing, let's do some die cutting. Let me pull you out. All right, so I'm going to die cut two things. First, I have a piece of vellum, and I am using, you could absolutely cut this just straight. The first one I did, I just cut the vellum, and then I decided I wanted to do the exact same size with the rectangle stitch framelits. And so this is, I have not labeled these. I always label mine like ABC 1, 2, 3. I don't know what to call these two different. There's actually 3 different shapes of rectangles that are nesting. So it's this larger set, and it's the 3rd largest that we're going to use. So we'll just stick this in here. Run this through the vellum. Hello, Australia. What is it? It's nighttime in Australia. Well, welcome everybody else too, but welcome to Australia. I always find it fun when people from other countries are watching. Yeah, there's new Trading Spaces shows. I have not watched the new ones yet. I used to love the old ones. There was one of the early ones, the designer Lori. She had red hair. She painted a dining room like a sunset orange. Of course, every time the owners were horrified. That was part of the show. I loved it. Now I didn't go paint my. I was gonna use the black matte for my die. I was gonna save paper, so I didn't cut any paper. I don't do that because I never remember to do that. The sunset orange. It was a gorgeous color orange, and it did give me the courage. My dining room is bright red. The ceiling, the dark red, like a dark cherry cobbler. It has wainscoting that goes up halfway, so that's bright white. But the ceiling and the walls are cherry cobbler, for lack of a closer color. I did freak out when I put the first coat of paint on, but after that I loved it. My husband was a little concerned. But Trading Spaces helped me stretch my personal design. All right, here we go. Pull this out. So this is the Thank You Thinlit. It is the only die in this set, which I love. Let's see. I like that it's just, and I love big words. You know, whether it's a big greeting stamp or like this die. Vern Yip and Frank. Yeah, I hated, what was her name? I can't think of the woman's name at the moment. Everything she did was horrible. And I think she did it on purpose. I can picture her too. Dark hair. She did an entire kitchen once in wine labels, and the family didn't drink. Oh! I'm like, that's bad. Okay, so 4 simple reasons. Now, so this is one of those cards you can step it up. So we're going to step it up, but let me show you what you could have attached the Sizzix, the sheets behind this, had them all adhesive, take the adhesive off the back of the thank you and stick the thank you right on this card. Call it done. I think that would look great. You have to do nothing else. Of course we're gonna. Next, I'm gonna add, so this is the vellum that we cut out with these rectangle shapes. I'm going to put just tape down the middle and attach it in the middle. Vellum to me is a way to tone down some of the DSP. So again, I could, tape this here. Hildy! Yes, who was that? Hildy, Barbara, thank you. It was Hildy. There was very little I liked that Hildy did. So again, here's another thing. You could just tape down your thank you, walk away. This card would be great. All right, but like I said, I'm not doing that. So where did I put the original card? Wow. See, I get talking about, here we go. Talking about things. Yeah, hay on walls. Rita remembered hay. They did some weird things. I feel really bad for the people who, but of course what I felt weird was that it was one thing in the beginning, you didn't really know what you were getting into. After a couple of years, these people knew what they were getting into. They should not have been shocked. All right, so I, on this card, used the white flax and then the silver edged ribbon. And we're going to shake that up because why do anything? We're going to use the burlap and the gold edged ribbon. So and to do that, I am going to take some tear tape. I'm going to put it right along the middle. There we go. All right. And I will trim that in a minute. So this gold has, there we go, very vanilla, and the white, the silver. So these are the two edged, metallic edged ribbons we have. The Whisper White with silver and the Very Vanilla with gold. Now you can see I have the silver, but it's mint macaron. And so I'm going to show you how I like to change the colors of these ribbons. These are my favorite ribbons that I buy in bulk because I can change them to whatever color I want. So I'm going to snip off a piece. And what color do I want to make this? I went with the mint because it was sort of in the middle. Has to be a color I have up here in my blends. Do I do Cajun? Or do I do spruce? Oh, what's going to go? Oh, decisions. All right. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm going to do Old Olive. All right. So I'm taking Old Olive Dark Stampin' Right marker. And I'm just going to start at one end. And I'm just going to start coloring with my Stampin' Blends. Oops. And I just put a piece of scrap paper underneath to catch the any ink. But these ribbons, and I'm not sure what they're made of. I think they're a satin. Take the ink beautifully. So I usually try and get 2 coats just so I can kind of even out any color discrepancy. And then I can flip it over if, and then it needs to dry a smidge. Let's see. All right, so we have an old olive gold edge ribbon now, and you can see it's still drying a smidge. Oh, we'll give that a second. All right. To attach it, I'm going to go back to my tear tape. And there it goes. I'm just going to take the back end of my paper piercing tool, and because it's burlap, I just kind of want to make sure it gets a good hold on the burlap, and then peel off the paper. And attach that right in the middle. There we go. All right, and so now we can trim. One, and then over on this side. 2, oops. So there is my ribbon. And now I want to add my greeting. And I am going to take the mini dimensionals, and I'm going to cut them in half, a bunch of them. I want the quote-unquote shadow line from it being on the dimensionals on this card. So I'm just going to put on some of the thicker parts of the thicker letters and just make sure I kind of cover all my bases here, spreading them out so that it stays equally, I was going to say levitated, how about elevated? Oops. This way for this one. I'm going to do one up here. All right, so that looks like enough. Push these all down. Take off the papers. I say the hardest part is now taking off these little papers off all the mini dimensionals that are now cut in half. All right. There we go. So I could stop there. I don't know if I ever stopped anywhere. So this is what I was looking for, like the enamel shapes. So I don't know, maybe. So I got the faceted gems. This might be too much. These are big. Big, big, big. Let's see. Let's put a few mini ones, littler ones, and see what we get. What if I do you? Oh, that's what I'm going with. That's where I'm going to stop. So that is our project for today. So, here is the soft pastels version, and then the richer Regals version of the card. It's a fun way to use up some DSP too. You don't necessarily have to do the rainbow effect. You can do a whole bunch of DSPs that you have, maybe using a DSP pack, flipping them back and forth or whatever. Always fun to find a way to use up some of your papers. So let's flip back to our, try that, or not. There we go. There we go. All right. So we're going to do a giveaway in a minute here. So if you haven't had an opportunity to just pop on and leave a comment, and like I said, it can just be hi. But it also has to be on the original broadcast, at Crafty Stampin'. So if you were watching this shared on a friend's site or on a group site, click through where it says Linda Cullen, Crafty Stampin', and leave a comment on that original broadcast. That is where you need to leave the comment. And then we're going to pick right now for the Regal enamel shapes. And then anyone who leaves a comment during this broadcast later, either here on Facebook or on YouTube, will be entered in to win Springtime Stroll next week on the 28th. How quickly we flip through. So let me come over here, and I got to refresh my site. There we go. And let's see if my random picker org or app is working. All right, so let's come over here. So I am going to hit this start button. You're going to see a bunch of names kind of fly by, and then it will say winner is. So we're going 1, 2, 3, start, and there go the names. Bum bum bum. And our winner is Betty Bergeron. Congratulations, Betty. Betty, head over to Crafty Stampin'. If you go to specials, giveaway, and then you get to this giveaways page and click claim your prize. Click to claim your prize. I will get that out to you. You have 2 weeks to claim it, and I will get it out to you within probably before the end of the weekend. So I thank everybody for joining me today. I will be back with Tammy, I think, on Tuesday. I'm starting to lose track of what day is what. But you should see me Tuesday or next Thursday. It's been a crazy spring. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I will see everyone soon. I hope you enjoy the project. Have a great day. Bye.